Welcome back to United by the Fascination for Learning. Today's debate dives into a moral dilemma gripping the age of AI. Should courts use AI algorithms to decide bail or sentencing, even though these algorithms are often opaque and may embed bias? This debate isn't just about technology. It's about how we think of justice, fairness, and moral duty in a world shaped by machines. To explore this, we bring two thinkers to the table. Damon, who channels the utilitarian tradition of Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, and Elio, who argues from the deontological perspective of Immanuel Kant. Let's listen as they unpack this ethical puzzle.
As Jeremy Bentham famously said, "It is the greatest happiness of the greatest number that is the measure of right and wrong." Our current justice system is riddled with human bias, errors, and inconsistencies. AI algorithms, despite their flaws, have the potential to predict outcomes like recidivism more accurately, reducing wrongful incarceration and increasing overall societal well-being. John Stuart Mill expanded on this when he wrote, "It is better to be a human being dissatisfied than a pig satisfied." We should aim for the greatest quality of life for the most people. If AI judges reduce crime and suffering, that utilitarian gain outweighs concerns about their opacity.
I respect the concern for social welfare, Damon, but as Immanuel Kant argued, morality cannot be grounded merely in outcomes. He insisted that we act only according to that maxim whereby you can, at the same time, will that it should become a universal law. The use of opaque AI in justice violates the categorical imperative by denying individuals the respect and transparency due to them as rational agents. To treat a person as a mere output of an inscrutable algorithm is to use them as a means, not an end in themselves. Justice demands transparency, dignity, and respect, not just the pursuit of happiness.
While Kant's categorical imperative is elegant, it risks moral rigidity. As Bentham observed, nature has placed mankind under the governance of two sovereign masters, pain and pleasure. The reduction of pain, for example, fewer wrongful imprisonments, must count heavily in our moral calculus. Even if AI isn't perfect, the practical benefits in reducing suffering for the many justify its use. We should not let idealized principles hinder pragmatic progress.
But the ends do not justify the means if those means violate fundamental duties. Kant warned against acting from inclination rather than from duty. Justice is a duty, a moral law we must follow regardless of outcomes. Entrusting AI with life-altering decisions without transparency denies defendants their agency. It infantilizes human reason. As Kant emphasized, enlightenment is man's emergence from his self-incurred immaturity. We must uphold justice as a transparent dialogue between rational beings.
Mill's utilitarianism also urges us to weigh long-term consequences. He acknowledged that all good things which exist are the fruits of originality. The careful design and continuous refinement of AI can mitigate bias and improve fairness over time. Ignoring these tools risks perpetuating worse injustices. We must embrace innovation to maximize well-being.
Yet innovation cannot come at the cost of moral law. We must not sacrifice respect for persons on the altar of efficiency. Kant's insistence on treating humanity as an end requires that any justice system must be fully understandable and contestable. Otherwise, justice ceases to be justice and becomes mere calculation.
The utilitarian path is one of progress and practical benefit. When AI judges reduce harm and increase societal happiness, they fulfill Bentham and Mill's vision of ethics.
True justice is rooted in duty, respect, and transparency. Until AI can uphold these categorical imperatives, its role must remain limited.
So, what do you think? Should we prioritize the greatest good, or must justice always respect inviolable moral duties? Share your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.